my name is Victoria Rivera and I'm a wellness psychotherapist in New York City, and welcome to Mental Health Wellness Wednesday. So I would say about 90% of the people that I've been talking to, from my patients, supervisees, my supervision group, all the way to my neighbors when doing laundry, have been telling me that they have not been sleeping well. And I started to pay attention actually to my sleep and realized that I wasn't getting the 7 to 9 hours that's recommended in order to feel rested and rejuvenated. And so I started to think, okay, well, what is the issue here? Why is there such a common problem? And it's a common problem even before COVID. It was 30% of Americans suffered with insomnia or some sort of sleep disorder. So I'm sure probably now it might be more. People have so many different things going on in their lives. Some people are unemployed. Some people are employed at their home and working from home and working out of their bedrooms or working out of their homes and not able to really relax and get to sleep and take care of themselves because they don't have breaks to be able to do that. Some people have, transitioned back to the office. Maybe it's full-time, maybe it's part-time. There's so many different things that are happening, right? Some people have their kids at home, so many things. So I can't say particularly for you or for any of the people that I've talked to what their issue is with sleep, but I did actually find a really good sleep guideline for COVID-19 under the sleepfoundation.org, which I will add it here. And they just are talking about how the disruption in our daily life impacts our sleep. And if you've been following me in Mental Health Wellness Wednesdays in the post, you know that one of the things that is the most important is the foundation of just life, of your physical, mental, spiritual, financial health, is your sleep. Because we know now that, again, we need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and when we're not sleeping, if we get less than that, it's almost as if our cognitive functions decrease the next day, and it's almost as if we're drunk. So it's a huge issue. So of course, the disruption in daily life, things have shifted. Anxiety and worry, depression and isolation, greater family and work stress, excess screen time, which we talked about before. Your brain and your eyes and your ears are working overtime because all of your other senses are being limited because you are on the screen. Stress-related fatigue, and this is really just all kinds of physical symptoms that get manifested, like headaches, memory issues, digestive problems, all of that stress-related fatigue it impacts your ability to sleep. So obviously sleep is very important, and if it eludes you, it's hard to figure out what the heck is going on, especially when you have so many other things going on that can feel like more of a priority. But I would implore you to set this as a priority, sleep as a priority. So some suggestions that they have is setting your schedule and routine. Have a wake up time and a wind down time and a bedtime. And usually the wind down time should be an hour before you go to bed. The other great suggestion I heard from neuroscientists is actually getting outside early in the morning whenever you wake up and actually getting sunlight. So don't wear sunglasses, just get outside, be in the sun, have your eyes, something gets clicked with your visual system and helps set your circadian rhythm so that you can readjust back to your sleep. Reserve your bed for sleep. I know a lot of people who are working from home are using their beds as their office, and sleep should only be used for 2 things: sleep and sex. That's it. You shouldn't be eating in your bed. You shouldn't even really be watching TV in your bed. Seeing light, so spending time outdoors as much as possible. Being mindful of screen time. We've talked about that in previous ones. Be careful with naps. Okay, if you're home all day, you're more tempted to take naps. While a short power nap early in the afternoon can be useful, for some people it's best to avoid long naps. Okay, that is true. It is best to avoid long naps. If you're going to take a nap, you want to do a nap that is 20 to 25 minutes. You set your alarm. Actually, a really great way to actually take a nap is to do a body scan, which you can find on Insight Timer. I'll link that also, or a yoga nidra, and that actually has your body relax on command, and then you can take like a little bit of a rest and a nap and then get rejuvenated, but only between the hours of 1 to 4 in the afternoon. Anything before or after that can impact your sleep. Stay active, of course. It's hard, especially when you can't go outside, or you're fearful of corona. But look, we have masks. We're practicing some social distancing, so getting outside. And practice kindness and foster connection. That actually helps a lot, having good social support. Utilizing relaxation techniques. Again, yoga nidra is really good for that. Body scans are really good for that. I'll link that. And yoga, there's lots of yoga before you go to bed. Actually, one really great technique is, I can't remember what the name of it is, but where you just put your legs up against the wall and you sit on the floor and you just allow your legs to be upright, and you do that for a few minutes. Watch what you eat and drink. A lot of people have been drinking, probably a little bit more during the coronavirus and COVID pandemic, to feel better and to deal with their issue, to deal with their feelings that they're having. But actually drinking helps you to fall asleep, but it doesn't help you to be asleep consistently. It actually breaks up your sleep. It does something to our brains and our bodies that actually you don't want to even get involved in, because it's not healthy for you. So those are the sleepfoundation.org suggestions, which I think are actually pretty comprehensive. The one thing that I would say is temperature. So it is hot now, and partly why we might be having a hard time sleeping is that our body needs to cool down a bit in order to have optimal sleep. So it's supposed to be the room's supposed to be 65 and 72 degrees. And I know that can be a challenge if you don't have an air conditioner, or if you want to save on energy, on AC or whatever. But there are some natural remedies that one could do that could be very helpful. And one thing that we don't actually ever studies on the science of sleep and how what you actually sleep in is important. And wool is a great fabric to sleep in because it does help you to modulate your body temperature. It's a natural product, obviously, because it comes from an animal, and there's tons of studies about how it helps. Adults wearing wool fell asleep 12 minutes faster than those 22 than others who were wearing polyester or cotton. They fell asleep it took them 22 minutes or 27 minutes. Wool is actually great to sleep in when you're older, because it actually helps you to feel a little bit more comfortable